away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Did that drill. Champion.
Menu narration option is set to off.
My goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
She back got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
On the tackle.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. And he's got some space here. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for the Saints. 51 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Hill. That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown.
Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the... ...17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Eagles.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good for an Eagle.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On third and long, it's Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's Hill now after the interception. And incomplete on the deep ball. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Damian Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Eagles nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And 12 at the 17-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wentz now to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
45-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they? Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they? They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. To try again after the sack. Hill gets this one to Hill. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hill. Flushed out right. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He's tackled at the...
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Hill out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A strong running. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is Harris. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hill. Being chased out left. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return will stop right around the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Looking long for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially...
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Wentz to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for the...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room. And he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down.
A gain of 2.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for... And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Eagles 2.
It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of...
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Wentz to throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Wentz.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
On the tackle.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Hill. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Hill's pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It leads to second and
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw again. Hill steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, Hill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Saints, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Shake it up everywhere, and I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that.